Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, the Most High, the Heavenly Father. His Hebrew name is Yahweh, not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah. It's Yahweh. And his only begotten son name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shai. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapos Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua. It's Yahweh Shai. So we got to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rikal Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach well. To other apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether they can accept it or not. And a sincere salutation to all the Ark pushing the truth and believing the truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect. And shalom to the Akwath who are listening and learning, the few sisters who are listening and learning. I'm Isaiah from GMS Orlando Camp, coming at you another lesson in true facts, faith, and edification, another daily edification. Lord's willing, let's be edified. And this is the order is being set. Call Allah Yahweh Shema Shah. So I'm going to play this clip. I got two clips I'm going to play. Then I'm going to get some precepts. Lord willing, be edifying. The order is being set.
Okay, so I was just thinking about this, and let me know what y'all think. But there has been times where I will be talking to a man, and I won't be feeling it, and people will be like, why? And I'll be like, he's just too nice. And people will look at me like I'm stupid. They'll be like, what do you mean he's too nice? Like, you want somebody mean? And I figured it out. It's not that I want somebody mean. It's just what I'm looking for in a man is masculine energy that is dominant over my masculine energy, so it can bring out my feminine energy. Does that make sense? Like, if I feel like I have more masculine energy than you do, then I feel like you can't really be dominant over me, and I can't be submissive, and my feminine energy can't come out. Does that make sense? Because it makes sense to me.
Now you see, women want a man that's masculine, man. And what plantation Christianity has taught our people, starting with the men, is to be emotional, effeminate, weak-minded. That's why these women that's in these harlot houses, aka churches, always say they want them a God-fearing man. When you hear women say they want them a God-fearing man, they want these men that go to these harlot houses that's weak, emotional. Men that these women can control, man. But real women, they want a masculine man. And this is, we always bring it out. This truth makes you a man. King David told Solomon that. 1 Kings 2:1. In Job 38:3, the Lord say, gird up thy loins like a man. He demanded of us. Right? Isaiah 46:8. Men. The Lord looking for men. Proverbs 8:4. Ezekiel 34:31. Revelations 21:3. The Lord is looking for men. Not weak, not effeminate, not emotional. But that's what plantation Christianity has done to our men. But a real woman want a masculine man, which the Lord is raising up right now, man. Let's get this. This is Isaiah 32 and verse 2. And it reads, and a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadows of a great rock in a weary land. Women looking for men that's going to protect them, man, because that's a man's job, to protect, provide. Verse 3, and the eyes of them that see shall not be dim, and the ears of them that hear shall hearken. It's talking about the women. It's in the eyes of them that see shall not be dim, and the ears of them that hear shall hearken. These women cleaving to these masculine men, which the Lord is raising up through this truth, man. This is 2 Timothy 2 and 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua Mashiach. So, men that endure hardness as a good soldier. These is the type of men these women is looking for, man. This is the spirit of Yahweh Shem Mashiach, always showing us examples. Always showing us examples, man. Show thyself a man. Let's get this.
Here's a little fun fact. There are more women on this planet than men.
And that's facts. It's like 14 women to every man. Now this is a video from the elder. His channel is GMS Awakening 144, the end. He did this video, right? This is really spiritual, man. This is the Lord. This is Yahweh Shema Shah showing us examples, man, of order, of things, of the whole elect of Israel being set in order, man. Starting with the men first and foremost, and then the women. This is prophecy, man. The Lord is showing us examples of prophecy with this clip right here, man. Let's run it back.
Here's a little fun fact. There are more women on this planet than men. In the United States, we have about a quarter of our population in jail. Another quarter of our population identifies as LGBTQ. So with that being said, it is a nigga shortage out here. There's a shortage of available good niggas out here. So for all you bitches that think you deserve your own nigga, like your own personal nigga, like that's only yours. Like, okay, it's some women that do. But are you that bitch? Like, what do you bring to the table that make you think you deserve your own nigga and it's a nigga shortage? Sis, grow up. You gonna have to share that nigga. That's our nigga.
Hey, it's spiritual, man. This is the Lord setting things in order, man. Okay? Now, when you read Isaiah chapter 3, right? Starting at verse 16, it tell you how the Lord gonna put these proud women to shame. Right? He gonna take away all your nice garments, your good smells, perfumes, your soaps, all the different things that you use to smell good, look good, to make yourself feel good. He's gonna take all that away. Right? When you read Isaiah chapter 3, starting at verse 16, all the way to 26, that leads into Isaiah 4 and 1. Now you can go read it on your time. Go read Isaiah chapter 3, starting at verse 16 down to 26. Because I want to make this point, because it leads to Isaiah 4 and 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. What reproach? When you read Isaiah chapter 3, it's going to be a reproach for the women. It's going to be a lot of hell going on out here, man. When you read Isaiah 32, verse 9 through 12, it tell you the Lord say he's going to take away from you your gatherings, right? It said your vintage shall fail and your gathering shall not come. Meaning your job is going to be gone and your money will not come in. Whether you working, making $150,000 a year, $80,000, whatever, $50,000. Your Section 8 hood, habitat housing, Social Security, disability, EBT, all that's going to be gone. And you're going to have to cleave to a righteous man. Because you heard the sister just said, all these men, all the men in the world now, is becoming part of the LGBTQP, right? And the ones that's not, they're going to die in the war. All your thugs and gangsters and D-boys, they're going to be destroyed, man. Here's proof. This is Isaiah 3. That's why you women need to read Isaiah 3, starting at verse 16, down to 26. Because the end all be all is, you're going to have to cleave to a righteous man of Yahweh Shem Shah. This is Isaiah 3 and 24. Isaiah 3 and 25. Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty men in a war. And her gates shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. So if you don't cleave to a righteous man, you're gonna be destroyed. Again, thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty men in the war. This talking about all the men of you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitian women. Your men gonna die by the sword. They're gonna get drafted to the war, and they're gonna die. And the ones that don't make it, your thug gangsters and D-boys, they're gonna be destroyed here in Babylon the Great. And we know the rest of them, they already part of the LGBTQP. They transformers now. Okay? Here's another precept to prove your men gonna be gone. This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 16 and 31. And it reads, even so in those days, there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search the houses with the sword. This time my neighbor going against neighbor, looking for food. Okay? Looking for water. And if you don't have a righteous man in that day, you're going to get taken. Ain't no telling what's going to happen to you. If you ever see the movie Training Day, when they was riding in the car and they passed by the alleyway and saw the young Northern Kingdom chick was about to get taken by those 2 bombs, use your imagination, man. Okay? 2nd Ezra 16 and 31. Even so in those days, there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword, and the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways, all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travail therethrough. When you watch the movie I Am Legend, these things is going to happen, man. This is the point. Verse 33. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Hear now these things, and understand them, ye servants of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shah. So you need to cleave to what's going on, man. The Lord putting the spirit on these women to say these things. And she ain't the only one. If you know my channel, if you know my videos, y'all done did videos on this. Women out there that's ready for this, man. Now, the other women weren't saying how she's saying it right now. The Lord got a different spirit in the earth. She's saying it straight, boldly, and frank. Ain't no she giving you the straight skinny. Hey, you gonna have to share that nigga. Period. And when they say 7 women shall take hold of 1 man, to take away the approach of not starving, not getting raped, not being thrown in concentration camps. Hey, it's going to be more than 7 women. That's just completion. The number 7 in Isaiah 4 and 1 just means completion. It could be 30, 40 women to 1 man. Who knows, man? Who knows what the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah going to do? Now, and these devils hate this, man, because the Lord has set us in order before their eyes. This is Psalm 50 and 16. It reads, but unto the wicked power saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shalt take my covenant in thy mouth? And the reason our women have rebelled against us, because the Lord put the spirit on these devils to do so and gave them liberation. But as he said, the reason we went out from how we went out from the Lord, he made our women to rebel against us because we rebelled against Yahweh. So he's making our women do so. But now he's bringing the women back in humbleness, in meekness, man. It say, seeing thou hast hated instruction and casting my words behind thee. Right? This what the wicked did. Gave out women liberation to gather abroad. Right? They don't need the man. Well, now these women realizing they need that masculine king, man. And not just a regular man in the world, a man of truth, a man of Yahweh Shema Shah. It say verse 19, thou givest thy mouth, it say verse 18, when thou sawest a thief, did not consent with him, and has been partakers with adulterers. Talking about Esau, all the wickedness that he did, right? Thy citizen speakers against thy brother, thy slandered thy own mother's son. These things has thy done, and I kept silent. He was the one that made everything turn the world upside down, right? He turned the world upside down. Isaiah 29 and 16. It says, these things has thou done, and I kept silent. Though thoughtest thou, it said, thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one of thyself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. That's the point. The Lord is setting us in order before these devils' eyes, and they can't do nothing about it. And our women is getting in order, man. This is the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah. It's not us. It's Yahweh Shema Shah, man. These women looking for righteous, spiritual men. Not these Holly House men, the one that go to these churches, man. Because they emotional, weak, and effeminate. So we're being set in order in the presence of our enemies. This is Psalms 113. Hey, because the Lord put the spirit on these women to understand their order, man. This is Psalms chapter 1 and verse 7. This is Psalms 1 and 5. Who is like unto the Lord our power, who dwelleth on high, who humble himself to behold the things that are in heaven and in earth? He raised up the poor out of the dust, which is us, the hopeful elect, because 2/3 ain't going to rise. They're going to be destroyed. It reads, he raised up the poor out of the dust. What dust? The confusion of Babylon the Great, man. He's raising the men first and foremost and the women out of the dust of confusion, man. This is beautiful, man. Can't make this up. He raised up the poor, Psalms 113 and 7. He raised up the poor out of the dust and lifted up the needy out of the dunghill, right? Verse 8, that he may set him with princes. Set who with princes? The hopeful elect. The one, Lord willing, the 144, man. It say, even with the princes of his people, Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua, is raising up these elect men and their women. Verse 9 say, he maketh the barren woman to keep house, to be a joyful mother of children. Praise ye the Lord, Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua. These women ready for order, man. They ready for the order, man. Okay? This is Proverbs 14 and 1. Can't make this up, man. Every wise woman buildeth her house. And what she's bringing to the table, what she's saying, she's trying to build a house, man. Hey, sisters, y'all gonna have to share them guys. Y'all gotta share them. This is part of, hey, because if one man had, in righteousness, had 3-4 women to the house, everybody don't gotta bust their ass for this devil, man. Everybody won't have to bust their tail for this devil, man. Everybody could do part-time work, man, if they chose to, because there'd be enough money in the house. It'll always be somebody at the house for the kids. The kids won't have to go to school. They could be homeschooled, because it'll always be somebody that'll teach the kids, man. You see? Order, man. It say, Proverbs 14 and 1 again, every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands. What does it mean that the foolish pluck it down? She want to be head of the house. I don't need no man. I can get my own money. I've been doing this on my own. Not knowing the whole time, Yahweh Shema Shah want me giving you the benefits. Not realizing the whole time, Yahweh Shema Shah want to deceive these devils to put the spirit on you to say you don't need a man in the house. Well, you do. Because that's order. If you're a Hebrew Israelite woman, so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indian, Haitian women, you need a righteous man on Yahweh Shema Shah. Point blank, period. And if you ain't willing to slide over, to let the rest come in, that the Lord gonna have Dean to come to that one man, then you gonna get kicked out. And somebody that's gonna take your place. And that's just facts, man. Because the Lord is raising these women up. He raising them up now, man. It's women that's sitting at home watching videos humbly. They ain't even coming on the comment board saying shalom. They watching videos humbly, highlighting their scriptures, getting ready, preparing themselves, man. The Lord got these women sitting back, being prepared, man. We don't see them, we don't hear from them, but they there, man. They watching. The Lord got them just waiting for that day. And when the women, brother women that don't want to fall in line now, you're going to be on the back burner in that day. Because these women going to come running to these spiritual men. The Lord going to put it on their mind to do so. They know where the camp's at. They watching the videos. They know where the camp's at. They just sitting back patiently. The Lord is building them up. Fully, what is it? I'll tell you in Revelation, Romans 14, they are being, the Lord putting the spirit on them at home watching videos to be fully persuaded in their mind. So every wise woman built up her house, but the foolish pluck it down with her hand. Who's the foolish? In Isaiah 3, starting at verse 16, on down to 26. Isaiah 32, starting at verse 9 through 12. These are the women that pluck down their house, man, because they want to be head of the house, because they're doing their own thing. So they think. But all that's going to be gone in that day. And you have to cleave to a spiritual man. That's why I say in Isaiah 32 and 3, And the eyes of them that see shall not be dim, and the ears of them that hear shall hearken. These are talking about the women that's righteously coming in, man. This is Psalms 68 and verse 12. It reads, Kings of armies did flee apace, and she that tarried at home divided the spoil. And that's what they're supposed to be doing, man. Dividing the spoils at home. When you go to read Titus chapter 2, starting at verse 3 through 5, man. This is the Lord sending our women back in order, man, under the men. It's prophecy. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. This is these scriptures ain't for nothing, man. This Proverbs 27:27. Listen to this. And it reads, And thou shalt have goat's milk enough for thy food, for the food of thy household. He talking to the men. And for the maintenance of for thy maidens. Proverbs 27:27. And thou shalt have goat's milk enough for thy food, which we should be drinking. Good goat milk. For the food of thy household, and for the maintenance for thy maidens. Maidens with an S. This ain't talking about one, it's talking about multiple. It's going to be more than 7. It's order, man. This is the Lord. Send things back in order. Because your men is going to be these weak. Every man that's not coming in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai is going to be destroyed. 1 Peter 3:1. Likewise, ye wives, being subject to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word, that they also may without the word be won by the conversation of the wives. And this what she telling you. You want to fall in line now? She might not even be in the truth. She might not even be following. Obviously, she knows something. She been watching somebody. And the only ones that's pushing this 7 women in that day is GMS, man. And other brothers that teaching like my doctrine. Like I'm the one I bought. You got the brothers from Men of Valor. We the only ones teaching this. Isaiah 4:1. It say, while they behold your chaste conversation coped with fear, whose adorn, let it not be the outward adorn of plaited the hair, and of wearing of gold, or of putting on of apparel, but let it be the hidden man of the heart, and that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit, which is in the sight of power and great price. For after this manner in old time, the holy women also who trusted in power adored themselves, being in subject unto their own husbands, even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well and are not afraid with the amazement. You see, it's an order, man. It's an order. And the women is coming back to this. The real daughters of Sarah. The Lord got the spirit of these women to say these things, man. So you other women out there can see this and fall in line, man. Whether you want to accept it or not, it will happen. It will happen. Couple precepts. Righteous women. This is Philippians 4:3. It reads, And I entreated thee also, true yoke fellow, help those women which labor with you in the gospel, with Clement also, and with other my fellow laborers whose names are in the book of life, man. Hey, the Lord is raising these women back up, man. You think it's just out of the blue the Lord got this woman to say this, man? No. This is the Lord showing us examples. Hey, and we need to cleave to it. You women better tighten up. You don't want to fall in line. The Lord is going to move you out the way and replace you with other women that He gonna have the spirit on. If you can receive it, you better receive it now while you got time. Because it's going to come to pass. It's going to happen. Hey, just like the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast being made mandatory, just like World War III, just like Jacob Trouble, any day now, it can all break out, man. These 7 women cleaving to one man, at any day now, it can all break out, man. You better be prepared. The Lord said, make you ready to the battle, man. That's what we doing. Giving you the straight skinny of the scriptures. Ain't no sugarcoating. This is because this is what the Lord say. We supposed to be looking for these women. These are the type of women that's going to come. This Jeremiah 9:17, it reads, thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, consider ye and call for the mourning women. Who are the mourning women? The hopefully elect women, man, of the unknown multitude. We supposed to be looking for these women because they coming. The Lord is, Yahweh Shemawashah is going to send them. It ain't going to be us. They're going to say, hey, yeah, you, and you. Come on. No, it's the Lord going to do it. Jeremiah 9:17. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua of hosts, consider ye and call for the mourning women, that they may come well to these spiritual men, so they can have a cover from the destruction, man. And send for cunning women, that they may come. Cunning going to the women being of wisdom, understanding, knowing what's finna play out. Because they've been following and watching the videos. They've been watching the apostles of Great Millstone. They've been watching the elders of Great Millstone. They've been watching the younger brothers. And the brothers that are teaching the same sound doctrine, which is of Yahweh Shemawashah. Again, Jeremiah 9:17. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, consider ye and call for the mourning women, that they may come. Consider, because this righteous women got to get saved too, man. They got to bring back, we got to bring back the elect of Israel. The elect of Israel, whomever they are, have to bring back the rest of the 2/3 that get destroyed with women. The women got to be there. Thus said the Lord Yahweh of hosts, consider ye and call for the mourning women, that they may come, and send for the cunning women, that they may come. These are the women just searching the truth, just like the men are. And how they going to do it? Through childbearing, man. They shall get salvation through childbearing. This is 1 Timothy 2 and 13. For Adam was first formed, and then Eve, and Adam was not the seed, but the woman being the seed was in the transgression. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing, if they continue in faith, in charity, and holiness with sobriety, man. If they continue. You see, the Lord got a selected, chosen of women, man, that he's going to bring them out before all hell break loose, or in the midst of hell breaking loose, and they're going to plead to these righteous men. This is Acts 17:4. Lord, witness be edifying. And some of them believed and consorted with Paul and Silas, and of the devout Greeks a great multitude, and of the chief women not a few. It was many. It said of the chief women. Why I say chief women? Because these men, just like when you read about in Luke 2 about Anna, she said she was a prophetess, which prophetess just mean she was the wife of a prophet. That's what prophetess mean, man. She just was the wife of a prophet, right? She'll be a chief woman. She'll be considered as a chief woman because she was with him from her virginity until her old age. It tell you that when you read Luke 2, that she dwelt in the temple constantly, man, praising Yahweh Shemawashah, man. But she'll be considered as a chief woman, man, because she was a prophet's wife. Okay? It said they consorted to Paul and Silas, man. Of the chief women, not a few. I mean, it was a lot, man. Hey, so, Lord willing, it's be edifying. Lord willing. Hey, cause like she said, let's run it back. Hey, these old thugs, gangsters, and D-boys, they gonna be gone. Only thing gonna be left out here is spiritual men. Cause the Transformers gonna be gone.
Here's a little fun fact. There are more women on this planet than men. In the United States, we have about a quarter of our population in jail. Another quarter of our population identifies as LGBTQ. So with that being said, it is a nigga shortage out here. There's a shortage of available good niggas out here. So for all you bitches that think you deserve your own nigga, like your own personal nigga, like that's only yours. Like, okay, it's some women that do. But are you that bitch? Like, what do you bring to the table that make you think you deserve your own nigga and it's a nigga shortage? Sis, grow up. You gonna have to share that nigga. That's our nigga.
It's the Lord was edifying. Gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rekah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders over all of Israel. And a sincere salutation to all the ark and pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect. And shalom to the brothers who are listening and learning. The few sisters who are listening and learning. Hey, Lord willing, is edifying. I got two precepts I'm going to close with. This is 1 Timothy chapter 5 and 6. Because if you women that don't want to fall in order, don't want to fall in line, you're going to be destroyed. It's 1 Timothy 5 and 6. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth, because she don't want to fall in order. So you're going to be destroyed. Verse 7, and these things give in charge that they may be blameless. That they may be blameless. Okay? It say, verse 9 say, verse 10, it reads, it say, well reported of for good works, if she have brought up children, if she have lodged strangers, if she have washed the saints' feet, if she have if she have relieved the afflicted, if she have diligently followed every good work. But the younger widows refuse, for when they have begun to wax old, wanting against a Mashiach, they will marry, having damnation because they have cast off their first faith. You see, it say, and whither they learn to be idle, wandering about from house to house, and not only idle, but tattlers, also busybodies, speaking things which they ought not. I would therefore that the younger women marry, bear children, guard the house, give no occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully, for some are already turned aside after Satan. You see? So, fall in line, man. Fall in order. Because a lot of them are already destroyed and they ain't coming back. But that's the lot that the Lord have on them. If the Lord gave you the understanding, you can hear these words. Because it said in Isaiah 32 and 3, they that see and their eyes be not dim, and they that hear, they shall hearken, man. This is your life. If you can hear the understanding, if you can receive it, that's your calling, man. You better cleave to it. Because any day now, the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip, Jacob's trouble, World War III is going to break out, man. Any day now. Any time, man. So until next time, I say shalom. The water for tuning in. May Yahweh Shema Shah continue to bless you in your houses. Stay prayed up. ASA, but she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. And guess what? If you're going to stay like that, this is you. Micah 7:10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her. Why? Because she want to live in pleasure. So you a dead woman walking. Okay? It say, and shame shall cover her, which say unto me, where is the Lord Yahweh thy power? My eyes shall behold her, now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the street. Mire is dirt, mud, clay. You're going to be trampled on her feet, okay? It say, then she that is my enemy. What the Lord say about his enemies? This is Luke 19 and 27. It reads, but those my enemies, which were not that I should reign over them, you don't want to fall in order under Yahweh Shema Shah, bring hither and slay them before me. You don't want to get in. You don't want to get in line. You want to come in the order of integrity, the standard of Yahweh Shema Shah, which is integrity and order. You're gonna be destroyed, man. You're gonna be trodden on the foot. Until next time, I say shalom. Wa ba ba ba.